Friends, choices. Life is all about choices, isn't it? We have heard this before. In fact, we have heard it so many times that even not making a choice is a choice. By deciding to stay silent, you're actually not staying silent, you're deciding not to take up something. So today, I'm going to share with you 9 choices which you can make so that your future self will thank you. Hey friends, welcome to CSKSpeaks. I am CSK and I am an educator. Today in my channel and on this video, we are going to discuss 9 things or 9 choices which we can do so that our future self will thank us. Normally we always get excited about our future. Why? Because that's the place where we can be different. But you don't realize, or what we don't normally realize is today is causing tomorrow, which means today controls future, isn't it? So, how about reversing the whole trend? How about doing something so powerful, so meaningful, so exciting today that your future self will start thanking you when you get there? This is like paying it forward. So I'm going to share with you 9 things which you can do today that your future self is going to thank you. So ready for it? All right, let's get started. Number 1, choosing you. Yeah, let me say that loud and clear. Choosing you. For a long time, we've all lived our life because of someone, for the sake of someone, and the way someone wants us to live. Well, I think now is time for you to choose you and live life the way you want it. Well, you may ask me, but is that not selfishness? Actually, no. By living life the way others want, you're not doing anybody any favor. In fact, you're doing more harm because people do not even respect you, recognize you for the authenticity or authentic self of yours because they don't know how to predict you. They just say that you will just swing anytime, anyway. Instead, do yourself a favor. Starting today, choose yourself. Yes, put yourself in the center. Now, that is not selfishness. In fact, a couple of other reasons why people do not get comfortable choosing is 1, fear of being judged, fear of being left out. Why? Because we think that if we don't fit in, by giving in, we will be left out. That is absolutely wrong. Only when you stand for yourself, that's when people will start respecting you and including you because they know your priorities, your choices, and that's how things become better for you and for people around you. The other thing is we are not very comfortable saying no. Yes, we have heard this many times. But you got to start saying no, not for the sake of saying no, but for those things on which or for which you don't really believe in, for which you don't really want to do. Because starting to say no is, in other words, choosing you. So do yourself a favor so that your future self can thank you by choosing you today. Number 2 is letting go. Yes, for a long time we have held grudges. We have held a lot of people in bad breath. Yes. And that is like a container carrying acid because it is only harming us. It might harm somebody someday when you want to throw that acid, but till then, it is being held in the container that is inside of you, and that creates more harm than we can imagine. So here's the deal. Let go and stay happy. In fact, let me tell you this. The biggest step towards changing the world around you is to change the world within you. Yes, the biggest step towards changing the world around you is by changing the world within you. Think about this and let go. That's the second important thing which you can do so that your future self can thank you. You cannot control everything, right? In fact, a friend of mine once told me very wisely, control the controllables and live to fight another day. We cannot just get everything in one day. But if we survive by letting go, we will get to live another day and fight another time. So that's the one thing which we can think about when I say about letting go. Third, appreciate what you have. Now, enough and more has been said about being grateful and showing gratitude and being deeply, deeply grounded and thanking the universe for all that what you have. But let me tell you this. The moment you start thanking, things around you will start to change. In fact, somebody wisely said, the way you look at things will change the way things are. Yes. So, if you start looking at it through the lens of gratefulness, through the lens of gratitude, I think the world is anyway going to be a better place because you have changed your perspective. So the third thing is appreciate everything in your life. And in fact, remember this, when you start appreciating things around you starts appreciating. How cool is that, isn't it? So start appreciating. Number four is being positive. And I cannot say this more simpler than this. You cannot live a positive life with a negative attitude. Isn't that right? We cannot get things positively by spreading negativity around us. So be positive. Some people joke, my blood group is B positive. In fact, on a lighter note, my blood group is B positive. But that's not the point. Being positive is in your thoughts, in your words, in your actions. That is being positive. And be positive because your future self is going to thank you for all that positivity with which you have lived your life. When you turn back, look behind and look at your yesterday, you should feel proud. You should walk 6 inches above the ground level. And that's only possible when you are being positive. So that's number 4. Now, number 5. Number 5 is taking action. Yes, lot of our times we spend in procrastination. We spend in chasing perfection. We spend in preparing. And I think preparation is overrated. What is really underrated is taking action. Because when you start to take action, when you are in the mode of action, you will have a higher chance of reaching perfection. Pursuing excellence is the only way to reach excellence. So take action. Yes, you might not be perfect to begin with, but to be perfect, you got to begin. We miss that out, isn't it? We don't take action a lot of our times. You want your future self to thank you? Take action. In fact, a year from now, you will thank yourself for doing what you did today than sitting quiet. A year from now, you will find yourself in a better place by doing something than by sitting idle. I can go on and on about taking action, but take action today. Number 6, bet on yourself. Yes, this is the beginning of the IPL season. We place bets on different people. We get fed up if they don't perform well. We feel jubilant when they perform well. That's okay. Start betting on yourself because nobody knows you better than you. Back yourself up. Don't beat yourself. Back yourself up. Of course, none of us are perfect. I cannot dance. But that does not mean I don't deserve to live. That does not mean I don't deserve to back myself up. Like how dance is something which is totally not in me, there may be certain things which is not in you. But that's absolutely okay, isn't it? Who cares? You are enough. You are enough. So back yourself up by betting on yourself. And that's the most important thing, because your future self is going to thank you that you chose you and you backed yourself to do whatever you did, and you will achieve great results and great returns by just backing yourself. Next, number 7, make time for fun. Yes, fun is one element which is totally underrated. Fun is essential. Make time for fun. And I'm talking this from my experience. I've spent way too many years being serious. In fact, I was so serious that whenever I used to walk into my office, whenever I used to walk into my meetings, whenever I used to walk into conferences and seminars, people used to make fun of me. By not having fun, I became the center of fun for people around me. And the simple line which they used to chant when I am there is, "Why so serious? Why so serious?" And I think they were right. I give it to them. We need to make time for fun. Whatever it is, have some fun, laugh at yourself, feel cool about it, and take yourself lightly. Give yourself some time to have fun. Your future self is definitely going to thank you for making time today for that fun. Number 8, and this one is something which I've started doing recently and I am enjoying every day of it. Connecting with your friends and family. We have become so materialistic, we have become so opportunistic that only when we want something from somebody or when we think of somebody, we start looking at what work I can get done or what thing I can extract from that person or that relationship. So sad, isn't it? Such a superficial way of living life. How about giving 15 minutes to yourself every single day to connect with somebody, a friend, a family member, and just casually talking? I started doing this, as I said, every evening. I make one phone call to somebody just to connect randomly. They know me, I know them, but we have been out of touch for quite some time, and I use this opportunity to connect with them. You call it because of pandemic, you call it because of self-realization, whatever may be the reason, I am doing it and I am loving it. So connect with your friends and connect with your family, because nothing is important than maintaining and nurturing relationships. Your future self is definitely going to thank you for doing that today. And last but not the least, this one is my favorite. Believe in yourself. I keep saying this every time I go to colleges, I go to youth, I meet them, I tell them one single message, 3 simple words: believe in yourself. Why? Because people treat you like a doormat. People treat you like a doormat and they walk all over you, but do not let them put stains on you. Let me tell you this, let me simplify this. There are 7 billion people on this planet. One person treating you and not believing in you and having some wrong opinion about you does not change your reality. You got to believe in yourself and do not let them walk all over you just because they have the power of free speech. They have the power to share an opinion and that echoes in you. No, you don't have to get into that echo chamber. You can stay where you are, stay solid, stay put, and then tell yourself that I believe in myself. And that's the best favor you can do, that your future self will come back to thank you forever and forever. So here are 9 things which you can do, and you don't need a graduation, you don't need a certification, you don't need a qualification to do any of these 9 things. All you have to do is to just implement them today. And by doing that, I promise you this, a year from now, 10 years from now, your future self is going to thank you, in fact, give you a salute for choosing these 9 things today.